In the world of technology and philanthropy, few names are as influential as Bill Gates. From co-founding Microsoft, the company that revolutionized personal computing, to dedicating his fortune to solving global challenges, Gates's journey is a testament to how innovation and generosity can reshape the world. But how did a young boy fascinated by computers become one of the richest and most influential people on the planet? More importantly, what lessons can we learn from his approach to technology, business, and philanthropy? In this video, we'll explore the life and impact of Bill Gates, his early years, the rise of Microsoft, his transition into philanthropy, and his vision for the future. Along the way, you'll learn essential English vocabulary related to technology, innovation, and social impact. From the creation of Windows, which made computers accessible to millions, to his efforts in eradicating diseases and fighting climate change, Gates has continuously reinvented himself and his mission. Stay with us until the end as we uncover the strategies, mindset, and key moments that defined Bill Gates's career, and how his innovations continue to shape technology and humanity today. Bill Gates was born on October 28, 1955, in Seattle, Washington. From an early age, he displayed an exceptional intellect and an insatiable curiosity for learning. His parents, William Gates Sr., a prominent lawyer, and Mary Maxwell Gates, a businesswoman and philanthropist, encouraged his love for reading and problem-solving. At school, Gates stood out, particularly in math and science. However, it wasn't until he was 13 years old that his true passion emerged: computers. He attended Lakeside School, an elite private school, where he had access to a General Electric (GE) computer terminal. It was there that he wrote his first lines of code, developing a simple tic-tac-toe game. Fascinated by programming, Gates and his friend Paul Allen spent countless hours experimenting with software. Recognizing his talent, the school even allowed him to write a scheduling program, a task usually reserved for administrators. His ability to see the potential of software before most people set him apart at an early age. In 1973, Gates enrolled at Harvard University, where he initially pursued a degree in law following his father's footsteps. However, his heart was elsewhere. He spent most of his time in computer labs, refining his programming skills and studying the emerging field of personal computing. During this time, Gates and Allen came across a game-changing moment. The Altair 8800, one of the first personal computers, had just been released. Seeing an opportunity, they decided to develop software for it. This led to the creation of BASIC for Altair, an achievement that caught the attention of the tech industry. Soon, Gates faced a critical decision: stay at Harvard or drop out to pursue his entrepreneurial dream. It was a risky move, but it would change the course of technology forever. In 1975, at just 19 years old, Bill Gates made the bold decision to drop out of Harvard. He and his childhood friend Paul Allen had realized that the future of computing lay in software, and they didn't want to miss the opportunity. That same year, the two founded a small software company called Microsoft, a combination of microcomputer and software. Their first major success came with the development of BASIC for the Altair 8800, one of the earliest personal computers. This was a groundbreaking moment, as most computers at the time lacked user-friendly software. Gates and Allen's program allowed people to write and execute commands easily, proving that software was just as important as hardware. As the personal computing industry grew, Gates secured one of the most important deals in tech history. In 1980, IBM, the world's largest computer manufacturer, was looking for an operating system for its new IBM PC. Although Microsoft didn't have one at the time, Gates saw an opportunity. Instead of developing one from scratch, he purchased the rights to an existing system called QD-OS, refined it, and licensed it to IBM under the name MS-DOS. What made this deal revolutionary was Gates's business strategy. Instead of selling the software to IBM outright, he retained the rights to license MS-DOS to other computer manufacturers. As a result, when IBM-compatible PCs flooded the market, Microsoft dominated the operating system industry, earning massive profits. But Gates didn't stop there. He wanted to make computing even more accessible. In 1985, Microsoft launched Windows, a graphical operating system that made computers easier to use. Unlike MS-DOS, which required text-based commands, Windows introduced icons, folders, and a mouse-driven interface, a game-changer in the industry. By the late 1980s, Microsoft had become the dominant force in software, and Bill Gates was leading the charge toward a future where computers would be in every home and office. However, with great success came great challenges, and Microsoft's rise to power was only just beginning. By the early 1990s, Microsoft had established itself as the dominant player in the software industry. But Bill Gates had even bigger ambitions. His goal was to make personal computers an essential part of everyday life. And the launch of Windows 3.0 in 1990 was a major step in that direction. With its user-friendly interface, improved graphics, and multitasking capabilities, Windows quickly became a global success, selling millions of copies worldwide. However, the real turning point came in 1995 with the release of Windows 95. This version introduced the Start menu, taskbar, and plug-and-play functionality, setting the standard for modern operating systems. Microsoft's aggressive marketing campaign, featuring the Rolling Stones song Start Me Up, helped turn Windows 95 into a cultural phenomenon. Within 5 weeks of its release, Microsoft had sold 7 million copies, cementing its position as the undisputed leader in personal computing. Alongside Windows, Microsoft also expanded into business and productivity software. The development of Microsoft Office, which included Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, transformed the way businesses operated, making it easier to create documents, spreadsheets, and presentations. Over time, Microsoft Office became the industry standard for workplace software, further solidifying Microsoft's dominance. As Microsoft grew, Gates became one of the richest men in the world, and by 1999, his net worth had surpassed $100 billion. But Microsoft's success also attracted government scrutiny. In 1998, the U.S. Department of Justice filed an antitrust lawsuit against Microsoft, accusing the company of using its monopoly power to crush competition, particularly against web browsers like Netscape. The case led to a highly publicized trial, where Microsoft was initially ordered to be split into 2 separate companies. Although the ruling was later overturned, the lawsuit forced Microsoft to change its business practices and led to greater competition in the tech industry. Despite these legal battles, Microsoft remained at the forefront of technological innovation, shaping the future of computing, business, and the Internet. However, in the early 2000s, Gates made a surprising decision, one that would take him beyond the world of technology and into something far greater. By the early 2000s, Microsoft was still the dominant force in the software industry, but Bill Gates had begun to shift his focus beyond technology. After spending decades revolutionizing personal computing, he realized that his true impact could extend far beyond the digital world. In 2000, Gates made a pivotal decision. He stepped down as CEO of Microsoft to focus on something entirely different: philanthropy. That same year, he and his wife, Melinda Gates, officially launched the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, an organization dedicated to solving global challenges such as poverty, healthcare, and education. Unlike traditional charities, Gates approached philanthropy like a business, using data-driven strategies, innovation, and scientific research to maximize impact. His belief was simple: if technology could change the world, why couldn't philanthropy do the same? One of the foundation's first major initiatives was tackling infectious diseases in developing countries. Gates realized that millions of people were dying from preventable illnesses, such as malaria, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS. Instead of simply donating money, the foundation invested in vaccine development, medical research, and global healthcare systems. Another key focus was education reform. Gates believed that access to quality education was one of the most powerful tools for reducing poverty. The foundation began funding scholarship programs, digital learning initiatives, and school improvements to ensure that students, regardless of their background, had access to better opportunities. At first, many were skeptical. Could a tech billionaire really make a difference in the world of global health and education? But over time, Gates proved that his data-driven, problem-solving approach to philanthropy was highly effective. His decision to leave Microsoft's day-to-day operations marked a major turning point, not just in his life, but in the way wealthy individuals viewed philanthropy. Gates wasn't just donating money, he was redesigning the way large-scale charitable efforts operated, using science and innovation to solve the world's toughest problems. However, Gates's biggest impact was yet to come. His foundation would soon take on one of humanity's greatest challenges: global health crises. As Bill Gates shifted his focus toward philanthropy, he quickly realized that one of the greatest barriers to global progress was public health. Millions of people in developing countries were dying from preventable diseases, and many lacked access to basic health care. Determined to change this, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation made global health one of its top priorities. One of the foundation's earliest and most ambitious goals was the eradication of malaria, a disease that kills hundreds of thousands of people each year, particularly in Africa. Instead of just funding short-term solutions, Gates focused on long-term strategies such as developing vaccines, improving mosquito control, and investing in innovative treatments. Over time, these efforts helped reduce malaria deaths significantly. Another key initiative was the fight against polio. In the early 2000s, polio was still a devastating disease, crippling thousands of children each year. The Gates Foundation worked alongside organizations like the World Health Organization, WHO, and UNICEF to provide mass vaccinations, bringing the world closer than ever to completely eliminating polio. In addition to infectious diseases, the foundation also tackled child mortality and malnutrition. Gates believed that improving nutrition, sanitation, and maternal health care could save millions of lives. His foundation funded programs that provided fortified foods, clean drinking water, and better medical access to impoverished communities. However, one of the biggest tests of Gates's philanthropic efforts came in 2020, when the world faced the COVID-19 pandemic. Years before the outbreak, Gates had warned that the world was unprepared for a global pandemic, even giving a TED Talk in 2015, predicting how a virus could spread rapidly without proper prevention measures. When the pandemic struck, the Gates Foundation played a critical role in funding vaccine development, testing, and distribution, working with scientists, pharmaceutical companies, and governments to accelerate the process. While some criticized his involvement, others recognized that Gates's investment in global health infrastructure helped speed up the world's response. Gates's approach to public health isn't just about charity, it's about innovation, strategy, and long-term impact. By applying data-driven solutions to global crises, he has helped save millions of lives and redefined the role of philanthropy in healthcare. But Gates wasn't only focused on public health. He also set his sights on one of the biggest challenges facing humanity: climate change. While Bill Gates had already transformed technology and global health, he knew that one of the greatest challenges facing humanity was climate change. If left unaddressed, rising temperatures, extreme weather, and environmental destruction could threaten millions of lives and global stability. Gates believed that, just like with technology and healthcare, Innovation could be the key to solving this crisis. In 2021, he published the book How to Avoid a Climate Disaster, outlining a practical roadmap for achieving net zero carbon emissions by 2050. Unlike many activists who focused on policy and protests, Gates approached climate change like a business problem, emphasizing the need for new technologies and large-scale investment. His foundation began funding groundbreaking solutions, such as clean energy alternatives, investing in nuclear fusion, solar, and wind power, carbon capture technologies, methods to remove CO2 from the atmosphere, sustainable agriculture, creating more efficient food production with lower emissions, electric transportation, supporting next-generation batteries and eco-friendly vehicles. In 2015, Gates co-founded Breakthrough Energy, a multi-billion-dollar initiative to fund startups and research focused on green technologies. Unlike traditional climate organizations, Breakthrough Energy operates like a venture capital firm, investing in scalable, profitable solutions that can revolutionize industries. Gates also urged governments and businesses to prioritize innovation over mere regulation, arguing that new technologies must become cheaper than fossil fuels for meaningful change to happen. He emphasized that tackling climate change isn't just about sacrifice, it's about invention and opportunity. Despite his optimism, Gates has acknowledged that the road to sustainability will be difficult. However, he remains convinced that, through science, collaboration, and investment, humanity can build a cleaner, more sustainable future. With his influence spanning technology, healthcare, and climate innovation, Gates has positioned himself as a problem solver on a global scale. But what lessons can we take from his extraordinary journey? Bill Gates's journey from a young programmer to one of the most influential figures in history offers valuable lessons for entrepreneurs, innovators, and anyone seeking to make an impact. His success was not just about luck or intelligence. It was about vision, adaptability, and relentless execution. One of Gates's core principles is the power of long-term thinking. From the beginning of Microsoft, he believed that computing would transform the world, even when others doubted it. Entrepreneurs today can learn that anticipating trends and acting early is key to building something lasting. Another crucial lesson is the importance of continuous learning. Gates is known for being an avid reader, consuming dozens of books each year. He once said, "I had a lot of dreams when I was a kid, and I think a great deal of that grew out of the fact that I had a chance to read a lot." This mindset of lifelong education and curiosity has been a defining trait throughout his career. His leadership at Microsoft also emphasized adaptability and resilience. The tech industry is highly competitive, and Gates had to navigate setbacks, lawsuits, and market disruptions. His ability to pivot, innovate, and stay ahead of trends allowed Microsoft to remain a global leader for decades. Gates's transition to philanthropy teaches another powerful lesson. Success is not just about personal wealth, it's about impact. While many billionaires focus on expanding their businesses, Gates chose to use his resources to solve some of the world's toughest challenges. His philosophy encourages leaders to think beyond profits and consider how they can contribute to society. Finally, Gates emphasizes the value of execution over mere ideas. He once said, "Ideas are easy. Execution is everything." Entrepreneurs often focus on having a great concept, but without action, discipline, and hard work, ideas remain just dreams. Through his strategic mindset, dedication to innovation, and commitment to global progress, Gates has redefined what it means to be a visionary leader. His story is a powerful reminder that technology, when combined with purpose, can truly change the world. But as we reflect on Gates's impact, one final question remains. What does his legacy mean for the future? Bill Gates's life is a testament to the power of innovation, strategic thinking, and social responsibility. From revolutionizing personal computing with Microsoft to leading the fight against global health crises and climate change, he has continuously reinvented himself to address the world's biggest challenges. His story teaches us that true success isn't just about building a great business. It's about using knowledge, resources, and influence to create a lasting impact. Whether through technology, philanthropy, or sustainability efforts, Gates has shown that the right combination of vision, persistence, and adaptability can change the course of history. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of Bill Gates's contributions do you think had the biggest impact on the world? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more inspiring content. As Gates once said, we always overestimate the change that will occur in the next 2 years and underestimate the change that will occur in the next 10. The future is shaped by those who dare to innovate and take action. Will you be one of them?